Exhale through the mouth, double breath. Totally relax for a moment. And again, inhale through the nose, double breath. Tense, tense, tense. And one more time. As you inhale, feel your energy rise up the spine as your breath rises to the point between the eyebrows. And exhale. We'll meditate for 5 minutes. Focus on your breath. And as you inhale, you can chant the mantra Hung, I am. As you exhale, you can exhale to the mantra Sa, Spirit. I am Spirit. I am He. I am peace. Whatever speaks to you. If your mind starts to get distracted, just gently bring it back. And leave a minute or two at the end to just dive into the stillness. Remaining in an inward state, listen to today's affirmation for self-healing.
Willingness. Willingness must be cultivated deliberately. It is an attitude of mind and depends not on outward conditions. Most people are willing or unwilling depending on their likes and dislikes. This habit tends to develop a bias toward unwillingness, which gradually becomes chronic and attracts to itself chronic failure. Don't wait for favorable circumstances to awaken willingness in you. Train yourself in the attitude of saying yes to life. Often by this simple attitude, you will find success arriving unexpected at your door. So repeat after me in a loud voice, commanding the attention of the conscious mind. I welcome everything that comes to me.
I welcome everything that comes to me
as an opportunity for further growth. I welcome everything that comes to me
I welcome everything that comes to me
as an opportunity for further growth. And now in a more conversational tone, I welcome everything that comes to me as an opportunity for further growth. And now softer in a whisper, I welcome everything that comes to me as an opportunity for further growth. And now in silence, taking it into the subconscious, I welcome everything that comes to me as an opportunity for further growth. I welcome everything that comes to me as an opportunity for further growth. And now with rising aspiration, bring your attention to the point between the eyebrows, taking it into the superconscious mind in deep silence. I welcome everything that comes to me as an opportunity for further growth. I welcome everything that comes to me as an opportunity for further growth. Prayer. Lord, help me to overcome the satanic pull of unwillingness. The more I embrace life in your name, the more I feel your joy.
Now we'll have our reading. It's
Weekly Commentaries on the Bible and the Bhagavad Gita by Swami Kriyananda. Week 19.
It's how high should we aspire?
Oh.
How should we aspire?
Okay, I'm sorry. Week 17. How high should we aspire? Truth is one and eternal. Realize oneness with it in your deathless self within. The following commentary is based on the teachings of Paramhansa Yogananda. The passage this week is from the Gospel of St. Matthew, chapter 5. I say unto you, that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven. The easiest explanation for these words is that they were spoken in criticism of the scribes and Pharisees, particularly since Jesus was often verbally attacked by them and stood up to them fearlessly. However, it wouldn't have been much of a challenge to the disciples who aspired to spiritual perfection to tell them, don't be like those who lack any such aspiration. Jesus, in fact, says only a few verses later, be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect. What Jesus was referring to here then was the self-righteousness of the priest. Don't seek perfection, he was saying to his disciples, in the image you project toward others. Don't be satisfied with a goodness born merely of ego definitions. the highest virtue is to transcend the very thought of personal virtue in the realization of God alone as the doer. Before this realization, even the thought, I am kind or I am truthful, is self-limiting. As it says in the Bhagavad Gita, the 7th chapter, yet hard the wise Mahata is to find, that man who saith, all is Vasudev. Thus, through Holy Scripture, God has spoken to mankind. Om, Om, Om.
So welcome, everyone. I neglected to introduce myself and Ines, Swami Ines, Tigini Dhuti. Well, welcome. We're so happy you can be here in this beautiful sunny morning. So we'll start as usual with our Whispers reading. I couldn't find the book, Kyle, so I'm luckily have it on my computer. This is number 52 from Yogananda's book of prayer demands, Whispers from Eternity, from which he said, when I am gone, read my whispers from eternity. Eternally, I will speak to you through it. Number 50. O King of all of our ambitions, open the doors of noble aspirations in the mansion of our souls. Open our heart bud to thy love, and let the fragrance of our love escape its prison of ego to merge in thee. On winds of cosmic perception, may our fragrance be swept to thy temple of infinity. O King, O King of all true ambition, throw open wide thy windows everywhere, in the red cloud at sunset, in the rosy glad clouds at dawn, in every charm-clad dream of human hopes. Open the doors of all noble aspirations that lead out from our ego mansions onto the vast panorama of thy bliss. Let our fragrance blow with thy breath, reminding all nature of thy unseen presence. He just had such a beautiful way with words. So, aspiration, I've been thinking about that word. How high should we aspire? I think the answer is pretty obvious. We have to do our best, right? we put it out there and we try, and the real trick is not to get discouraged when we don't make it to the peak of Everest or whatever noble aspiration we have put into our future. But we just have to do the best we can, and we have to always be striving to act from the highest place. And for instance, I used to play a lot of volleyball, and it was kind of the sport at Ananda Village. We were always playing out in the grass. In fact, as I was thinking about this, I was imagining about a volleyball court out there. And there's one couple, two of my dearest friends, Ann and Michael Gornick, and they both were A-level volleyball players. And also, you'll be interested to hear, Nayaswami Dharmadas was also in the A level. And we actually competed in the town, Nevada City, in our little town. In fact, for a while, I was on the board and I was a referee. I mean, I was passionate about this game because a lot happens on a 30 by 30 foot square piece of flat area, whether it's sand or grass, and with 6 people and the communication that happens there. So anyway, I found I'm a mediocre player. I'm not, 6 feet tall. I'm not super athletic, but I'm enthusiastic and I try to perfect the skills and all that, but always, no exception, play at least 50% better when I played with Ann and Michael or Dharmadas or someone who's really good. And so a key to, reaching our goals, our aspirations, is to surround ourselves with the people who lift us up, whether it's in volleyball or your spiritual teachers, your friends, your activities, music. There's so many ways that we can be lifted up. We just have to remember those tools. We have a huge treasure chest of tools to use. And we just have to remember, and just always strive to be the highest. And now, for instance, road rage, that's a good one. I think I spoke about road rage last time I spoke. But, when somebody cuts you off and does something really stupid, your initial reaction is kind of for me. And I don't always go into, oh, bless him, he didn't, Father, forgive them. They know what they do. So, just every moment we have the opportunity when we're, especially when we are not always in a more uplifted environment, it's more challenging. We have to be the ones that people are aspiring to be like. And that's, we can't always be lazy. And sometimes we do want to just curl up and binge some TV show or but the important thing is just keep trying and not to be down on yourself when you fail, because failure is part of the game. There's one line I love in one of Swami's songs, Secret of Laughter. Sing when the sun shines, sing when the rain falls, sing when your road seems strange. In a tempest, seize the lightning flash and ride the winds of change. And I just love that image. Another thing that you can do in your home, and whenever I arrive at a home, or a home that's going to be mine for however long, I try to put reminders of inspiring things everywhere I look. My walls will be covered with paintings or altars or pictures of the saints or candles or anything that, helps to uplift the environment, especially the environment that you are in most of the time. And I think this is all kind of basic 101 spiritual path. First thing you want to do is environment is stronger than willpower. So try to surround yourselves as much as possible with people and with music and with meditation and all these different things that we know we can use. Okay, I'm going to tell this joke. There is a cartoon, you've probably seen it, and it's of a bird cage. And the bird is, like gripping on the two poles of the bird cage. What are they? Wires? Bars, thank you, like jail bars, right? Looking out, wanting to get out, and then you notice that there are no bars on the rest of the bird cage. And the bird doesn't, it's like thinks that here's the door and I can't get through it. So we have to expand our awareness. We have to think outside the box. And that poor bird didn't realize that there was a possibility that there were no bars behind it. And there's another beautiful story of when Swami Kriyananda was writing the essence of the Bhagavad Gita in India. And we heard a passage from that at the end of the reading here. And he knew that he wanted to do this. This was something he had worked on with Yogananda, with his master, out in the desert. Yogananda was writing this beautiful transcript, and he was so uplifted. Yogananda was saying, this is going to, bring millions to God. I don't remember the quote, but anyway, he felt that it was a very, very powerful transcript, powerful book. And Swami worked on, every word of that. And so he felt, guidance to try to recreate that. And he didn't have any of his notes or anything like that. And so in meditation, he just got the words, don't rule out the possibility of a skylight. And so there you go. That's the kind of the miracle that happens. It's like the bird turns around. There's no more. Don't rule out the possibility that there might not be any bars behind you, and you can actually fly free. So don't rule out the possibility of a miracle. And then the inspiration came and flooded him, and he wrote that book in such a short time, and it's such a classic. My father even read it, and he was, agnostic. Pediatrician brought up in a Methodist family who had kind of turned away from God. He wasn't sure about God, but he read that book. So I've been thinking a lot about Swami Kriyananda this week, because on Monday, it was the anniversary of his passing. And same day as the Pope's, which I don't think is any coincidence. And we didn't really, oftentimes with birthdays and death days, we celebrate them, we honor them, we Jesus for Christmas and Easter and all the other masters, we honor them. And so I just wanted to, how high should we aspire? Well, I just have to say that Swami, throughout my adult life, I first met him when I was 23, and he has been that person for me. This, you see someone and you think, I want to be like that. I want to have that level of uplifted consciousness where you have a lot of energy and you're always kind and gracious and you're always thinking about God's will, and his only raison d'être, reason of being, was to love God, to know the truth and to share it. And so when he found Yogananda after reading autobiography, he dedicated his life to that and never wavered, not for 1 second. And I was thinking of a time when I went to see him, and it was a hard time in my life. I had been betrayed and lied to, and I so much wanted him to, to like agree with me that was not correct behavior. And he was so sweet. He was so kind and sympathetic, like a father. He really was like that. And at the same time, he wouldn't say anything negative about the people who had wronged me. And he said, I'm so sorry, that you've been hurt, and I'm disappointed in them. And that was as good as I got, but that was enough. Swami was disappointed when I know he's not disappointed with them anymore. But I just thought he was honest, but he was kind and gracious. Yeah, just like a father would be. He still loved them. And it didn't, everybody makes mistakes. Some people's mistakes are big, huge mistakes that hurt many people, maybe even kill people. But there's still, people don't, well, some people do go into doing that intentionally. But for the most part, most of us, we are aspiring to our higher self, our highest selves, or else we wouldn't be here. And that God, that higher consciousness, that cosmic consciousness, the Christ consciousness, Krishna consciousness, nature, whatever you want to call it, that energy and vibration that we are filled with and we can be channels for. We just want to keep aspiring to be the best that we can be. And I just have, every time I say that term, there is this children's kind of pep, a cassette that I got for my kids, that some people had put together, including Joe Montana, who happened to be my favorite football player at the time. And and it was, be the best that you can be. And so I hear the whole cassette was, positive affirmations for kids. And that's what I hear when I say that term. So I'm just going to lead leave you with this quote by Swan on meditation, because ultimately it all comes back to that, right? I think we know we have to go inside, however we do it. And obviously there are many ways to find that, but it's all inside us, not outside. Sorry if I keep hitting the microphone. This is what Swamiji says on meditation. The spiritual path is not about the experiences we receive in meditation, but about the refinement and purity of our self-offering to God. The more we think about how we can get more realization, the more we fall into delusion. Instead, it has to be constant giving. In that giving, God can give us more. To eliminate the strain and tension of trying to concentrate, release the thought, I am meditating. Think rather, the cosmic vibration is reaffirming through me its own reality. Cosmic love through me is yearning for God's love. Cosmic joy through me is rejoicing in our infinite beloved. We'll have our offering now.
Please take what you would like to give, place it in your right hand, and repeat after me. Divine Mother, we offer to thee the fruit of our labors,